Hi, Collister here with another Namco arcade long play. In this video, I will be playing Gaplus, or Galaga 3 in some European countries. Galaga 1 was actually Galaxian, as you may know, so makes sense. Gaplus, as you can probably tell, is a sequel to Galaga, just as Galaga was a sequel to Galaxian, both of which were iconic games in Namco's arcade lineup. Definitely among the more popular non-Pac-Man games that they've made. Why did they have to play the sound of the phalanx beam alone in the demo sequence without any other sound effects? While recording this video just so I could have the whole demo sequence, that was honestly a bit of a jump scare to me. Alright, so, I'll get started after the demo sequence is done. It shows you the challenging stage as well in the demo sequence. Gaplus wasn't as successful as its predecessors, or even Galaga 88, which was a later sequel. Oddly enough, Gaplus came to arcade archives before any of the other games in this franchise. Maybe Hamster Corporation thought Gaplus was underrated and needed a little bit more attention, so that people that were into Namco that had the Switch or PlayStation 4 would see this game first and be interested in trying it out if they liked Galaxian or Galaga. That's my personal guess. The Queen, which is the enemy that appears at the very top with the power-up, will only drop the power-up if destroyed in formation, and will escape if it's not shot down quickly. The power-up is called the Blaster Head, and there are different kinds. The red Blaster Head, the first one you see in the game, is the Phalanx Beam, which captures the enemy bugs and turns them into your own arsenal. Kind of like a reversion of the Tractor Beam from the boss Galaga in that game. They will be destroyed on contact with enemy bullets. Enemies will continue to appear and join the formation even after the base formation is assembled. Every third and seventh stage within 10 stages is a challenging stage. As opposed to shooting out the bugs like in Galaga as they fly by, you just shoot the bugs lightly and then you juggle them. Each hit you land will spell out a word that'll give you a special bonus if the word is completed, based on the word. Be careful about shooting the bugs more than once before they descend. If they leave the screen in any direction, they're gone. After the word is completed, you can continue to bounce them to make the green bounce flies appear and get even more points. You can also cheat in them by auto-firing on the bugs as soon as they're over top your ship. The first challenging stage spells out the word bonus, which gets you 10,000 bonus points, in addition to the amount of points you earn from the bounce flies. After the challenging stage, you get a stage where you're going backwards with dramatic music playing, and the enemies come at you more aggressively. Some queens also have ship parts, which I'll talk about later after I actually obtain them. A good way to describe Gaplus, by me at least, is Galaga on steroids. You'll see what I mean as I progress. Although you can move up and down in this game, unlike the previous and later games in the franchise, the sheer number of bullets you get shot at and the crazy fast movements of the enemies compared to the other games make this game the hardest one in the series. The blue blaster head slightly increases your movement speed and gives you a more powerful projectile shot that improves your accuracy a bit. And I got a ship component there and then as well. The ship components are like the 3 parts of the ship that assemble at the beginning of the game, and if you get all 3 kinds of them, you get an extra life. Pretty self-explanatory. Just grabbing a blaster head also makes you temporarily invincible. Just like with Phozon, the more captured bugs you have on your ship, the more limited your left and right movement is going to become. So, remember that as well. There are also shooting stars that can block your shots every so often. You see the weird way that one bug moved? This game has some bugs in it, just so you know. The flies will start to fall much faster the more they're bounced, and will eventually fly away altogether. This challenging stage spells out Gaplus, the game's name. Here's the auto-firing trick you can do that I talked about earlier. Gaplus gives you a bonus point roulette that you can press the button on to get a different amount of bonus points. I got 30,000, which is like the one in the middle. The stages where you have the dramatic music and the aggressive enemy spawns can be a total nightmare to get through. What makes matters worse is that if you take a hit and lose a stock, the enemies and the whole stage reset, unless the proper formation is assembled. That doesn't happen in other Galaga games. There are also these falling stars, as they're called, which are the diamonds that split into 4. They can give you some real trouble as well. Keep firing as soon as they appear to keep yourself protected. In the later stages, they'll refuse to leave you alone. The green blaster head gives you a corkscrew beam, which holds enemies in place. And if you hold a bunch of them at once, you can shoot your blaster at them to get some good bonus points. Up to like 6,400, if you have a bunch of them. I just got 3 ship components and an extra life in return, as you just saw. There are at least 6 different colors of blaster heads in the game in total, with different effects. After every 10 parsecs, you go to the next race of the Gaplus aliens. We got green aliens instead of red ones, which comprise of the second race. These ones look a bit more intimidating than the ones in the first race. You cannot get a phalanx beam again until all of your captured aliens are destroyed. Now I got some of these aliens to make me my slaves, to turn against them. This challenging stage spells out the word double. After the challenging stage is over, the amount of points you get with the bounce flies will be doubled. Pretty self-explanatory. As if the falling stars and how aggressively and quickly the aliens move aren't enough to make this game a nightmare. In this stage and many of the later stages, the enemies will start to shoot suicide bullets as you destroy them after the main formation is assembled, requiring you to be careful about where you shoot them. This game is very difficult, it really is. Though it can reward you by allowing you to get a crazy high score if you're really good at the game. There are also special flags, though I can't figure out how to make them appear, even after watching people do it on YouTube. The purple blaster head will significantly slow down the alien's movement. Try not to get disoriented by the side-scrolling stars. Challenging stages from here are also gonna get harder and glitchier. bet you can't guess what this word's gonna spell. Triple. Directly following double. Name speaks for itself. You get triple the amount of points you would have gotten with the bounce flies alone. Got corkscrew beam. You cannot capture the queen with the beam. Some other notes about the phalanx and corkscrew beams are that they make you invincible to enemy bullets, and you cannot move up and down while using them. If you could, the game would be too easy. Alright, so now we're in the third race of the alien bugs, which are actually these cartoonish flies, quite teasingly. Master Opponage. Occasionally, though, if you do that, the fly will start to toss up very slowly. One of the many bugs this game has. Just shoot the fly once if that happens to speed it up. This one spells out the word good, which gets you another bonus roulette. I got 60,000. The combination of falling stars and suicide bullets can really be a headache. You can afford to lose a stock if there is a queen carrying a blue blaster head. The stage will only reset if you lose a life if the formation that's properly for the stage has not completely assembled. Try not to get dizzy by looking at the stars again. Wow. Wow. Good enough. This one spells out the word lucky. There we go. If you spell out the word in this one, you get a component for your ship. So I get an extra life. What? You got me a component I already had? Really? Ugh. The master opponent does not like being trolled. That's enough with the dang falling stars. Glitched queen and blaster head. In Parsec 31, you go back to the first race aliens. Did you see how my ship transformed into a Galaxian ship? Under a certain condition, an unclear one, your ship can transform into the Galaxian ship, and that allows you to do a triple shot instead of a double shot for rapid firing. You can also make yourself get the ship early in the game by getting the first special flag. Again, I'm clueless as to how to really do so. We're going to skip this challenging stage because the word that it spells out, bye-bye, makes you lose one of your ship components. A challenging stage that gives you an anti-bonus. I do commentary in my videos for a reason. That was surprisingly easier for me to endure than the previous stages of its kind. Quit spamming the Falling Stars game. I already defeated the main formation. That's a Cyan Blaster Head. Upon getting it, you are able to steer your bullets. That means the bullets move as you do. With the exception of the third shot if you have the special ship. There is also a yellow blaster head, and I'm not exactly sure what that does, nor do I get it in this video. One final challenging stage. Wow. Yeah. That's better. This one spells out the word extend, which gets you a whole extra life. After this challenging stage, the next challenging stage goes back to the word bonus, and you continue a loop from there. I will complete one more stage. And that was a loot clear of Gaplus. It's gonna take a while for me to lose all my lives to purposely game over. So since this is a video, I can simply cut that part out. There. I got over 700,000 points in total, which isn't bad. For whatever reason, at least the Japanese version of the game has you input your age and blood type as well. And I've never gotten any blood work in my life yet, so I have no idea what my blood type is. Alright, so that was Gaplus. I still have a lot more planned for Namco Arcade up ahead, so stay tuned for more content later on. And besides Namco Arcade, I'm also playing a few other different game franchises that are pretty popular that I would advise checking out as well if you're interested. So subscribe or stay tuned for playing more from the Master Opponent. I am Colister, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video.